So this is cloud computing. Cloud computing. Okay. I just mentioned the services also. This one is servers. This one is servers. And this one is storages. And this one is database. And this one is applications. And this one is mobile related infrastructure. This one is servers. And this one is storages. And this one is database. And this one is applications. And this one is mobile related infrastructure. So all the services interconnected in cloud computing, right? All the services interconnected in cloud computing. Then what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? We can say as using a network which is of remote servers. We can say as using a network which is of remote servers. Whatever seen here, servers and storages and database and applications and mobile related infrastructures. Using all services, servers, and the network from other network to a personal computer. And the network from other network to a personal computer. A simple word I can say, if you are maintaining any e-commerce sites, if you are maintaining some e-commerce sites, like it's Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, okay? So then e-commerce sites maintain చేస్తున్నారు అనుకోండి. You have to see your own business, right? You have to check the entire, right? Like it's the storages and database and applications and servers and inside the data. Everything you need to check, right? For example, servers. For example, servers. So in a normal days, traffic coming to the your site, it's a Flipkart or Amazon site. In a normal days, traffic coming to the your site. It would be normal. We could normal traffic allows in the normal days low. Like it's a, for example, out of 100, in a normal days, traffic coming to the your site, 80 to 90% sites hitting. 80 to 90% sites hitting. Sites hitting means people purchasing things in the Flipkart or Amazon. Right? 80 to 90% people purchasing things in the Flipkart or Amazon. Other business days is good. Like it's a Christmas or like the Dasara no, like the Ugadi. Okay, celebration days or festival days. So the time the traffic will be more. Because ఎక్కువ మంది users login అవుతారు. The time the traffic will be more. You need to have more servers. You need to have more servers to hold the traffic, to maintain the traffic, If you have less servers, the sites will be crashed, right? If you have less servers, the sites will be crashed. So instantly we need to increase the servers and storages also. We need to increase the storages and database also. We need to increase the databases and applications also. We need to increase the applications. So physically, when we are creating the infrastructure, it will take lot of time and cost optimization also. It's a two time. Cost would ఎక్కువ time కూడా అవుతుంది. మీకు ఫిజికల్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే మీకు బిల్డింగ్ కావాలి, ఒక బిల్డింగ్ చూడాలి, తర్వాత ఎంప్లాయీస్ చూడాలి, ఎంప్లాయీ చూసిన తర్వాత సెక్యూరిటీ చూడాలి, సర్వర్స్ అన్ని తీసుకోవాలి, డేటాబేస్ అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్స్ అన్ని ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయాలి, తర్వాత అన్నిటికీ ఎంప్లాయీస్ కూడా పే చేయాలి. ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ అండ్ కాస్ట్ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ కూడా చాలా ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. In a project scenarios, what they will doing is they will go for the cloud computing vendors. They will go for the Cloud computing vendors. Who are the vendors? Who are the vendors? AWS, Azure, and GCP, and Alibaba Cloud, and Oracle, different cloud platforms. Right? Servers is the one of the service. Database is the one of the service. And applications is the one of the service. And mobile related infra creation is the one of the service. These are all services we'll be getting from the cloud computing vendors like AWS or Azure or GCP. We will be paying to the AWS or Azure. In a project scenarios, like the 5 years plan or 4 years plan or 3 years plan, we need to purchase the services and we need to create the entire infrastructure. We need to purchase the services and we need to create the entire infrastructure. Clear? Okay. Coming to the AWS, so entire like I will explain in AWS services, 25 services I will explain. Okay. Almost it's a 25 services I will explain. Only DevOps content, right? Definition is visible, right? So this is AWS content. Okay. Entire like 25 services I will explain in AWS. Introduction of cloud computing and what is AWS and what is AWS and Azure, and difference between on-premises and cloud architecture, and what is region, what is availability zones, entire IP addresses, entire networking part, and what is VPC, and what is VPC peering connections, how to create the peering connections, and NOT gateways, and autoscaling groups, and load balancers, and entire storages, like S3, EFS, database backup, S3 Glacier, and storage gateway. And coming to the databases, RDS databases, so Route 53, entire containers and developer tools and monitoring tools, everything will go. So almost it's a 25 services will go in AWS. Coming to the DevOps, I will start GitHub repositories. GitHub repositories. So how to create a GitHub repository? How to create a GitHub repositories, and what are the branching strategies we have, and how to commit on it, and pull request and merging, everything will go. Entire GitHub productions. Entire CI/CD pipeline projects. Entire CI/CD pipeline projects. Not installations. Nowadays, like the 8th class kid also installing everything. So we need to do the projects. Like the continuous integration, continuous deployments. How to create the Maven projects, and how to create the pipeline projects and multi-branch pipeline projects, and integration. Integrate Jenkins with Terraform. Terraform, we need to integrate on it. It's using to CI/CD pipeline. How to create the infrastructure. And Ansible too also we need to integrate on it. How to create the Ansible roles and how to run the playbooks. Integrate Jenkins with Kubernetes Docker integration. How to create the Docker images and how to push it to the Docker images and ECR repo. And Jenkins with Kubernetes integration. How to deploy in Kubernetes. Entire CI/CD pipeline projects. So 5 to 7 projects I will explain. Entire CI/CD pipeline projects. So after that I will start entire Terraform concepts. How to write the code, how to declare the variables, syntax and arguments, attributes, everything will go. Terraform workspaces, different environments, how to create the infrastructure. Real time lo workspaces lo ela work chestaru, how to take the backup, okay, and different environments lo ela deploy chestaru, entire. So I will explain entire modules and everything. Coming to the roles, Ansible roles, how to create the Ansible roles, and inventory file setup. So how to run the playbooks? మీకు Ansible వచ్చేసి it's a configuration management tool. But see here, in dev environment, you have 500 servers. In a Q environment, you have 300 servers. In prod environment, you have 100 servers. So suppose we need to install some monitoring tool. We need to install some monitoring tool, or like so we need to upgrade the packages. So ఒక 500 servers లోపల మీరు ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ అనేది అప్గ్రేడ్ చేయాలన్నా, it will take lot of time, right? Okay. సో ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ అప్గ్రేడ్ చేయాలన్నా, ఒక మానిటరింగ్ టూల్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయాలి అన్నా, ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం. 500 EC2 ఇన్స్టెన్సెస్లో 500 సర్వర్స్లో మీరు ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయాలంటే ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ లైక్ 500 hours. But we need to, in a real time, we need to update the inventory files, post files, and everything. We need to IP addresses and everything. We need to update it. So within a 5 minutes, we need to install the softwares, install the monitoring tools, install the update the packages. సో ఒక 5 minutes లోనే మీరు ఒక ప్లేబుక్ ద్వారా రన్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఆ 500 సర్వర్స్ లోపల అప్డేట్ అవుతుంది. అది ఎలా ఏంటి అనేది నేను ఇన్వెంటరీ ఫైల్ సెటప్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు చెప్తాను. అండ్ గ్యాలక్సీ అండ్ మాడ్యూల్స్, కాపీ మాడ్యూల్, టెంప్లెట్ మాడ్యూల్, గిట్ మాడ్యూల్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ కవర్ ద మాడ్యూల్స్. కమింగ్ టు ది డాకర్ క్యూబర్నెటీస్. డాకర్ క్యూబర్నెటీస్ లేకుండా ఇప్పుడు ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కూడా లేవు. ఓకే. So Docker in the sense how to create the Docker files. how to create the Docker files, and how to build on it. How to build on it, and we'll get the Docker images. Once we'll get the Docker images, how to run on it, and we'll get the containers. Okay, how to run the containers and how to push it to the Docker images and ECR repo and Docker Hub repo and Docker volumes and Docker networking. The troubleshooting areas, how to perform. ట్రబుల్ ఏరియాస్లో మీరు ఎలా పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తారు ఏంటి అనేది వాల్యూమ్ సినారియోస్ కానీ నెట్వర్కింగ్ సినారియోస్ కానీ ఇంటీరియర్గా చెప్తారు. In Kubernetes, EKCTL cluster setup and deployments and how to monitoring on it. Elasticsearch dashboard, Kibana dashboard, and Prometheus dashboard, Grafana dashboard, how to create on it and how to monitoring on it. And using to Helm charts, complicated applications, how to deploy it. So entire will cover, entire cluster, EKCTL and Kubernetes entire topics will discuss. So అయిపోయిన తర్వాత entire we need to do the projects. 11 microservices of CI/CD pipeline projects using to Terraform scripts. So without console opening, we need to do the projects using to Terraform code and Jenkins end-to-end project and GitHub is one of the project and GitHub Actions is one of the project. Infra creation is one of the project and 3